Greetings, my name is Ras Ceylon, artist, educator, and organizer based in Oakland, California, representing Judgment Yard, Black Panther Party Cubs, and here to speak about my music and my works, just in general. Give thanks. From a really young age, growing up in California, hip-hop culture was a thing that was kind of surrounding me from the 80s to the 90s, so kind of dibbling and dabbling within the hip-hop culture and the different elements that we call it, whether breakdancing, graffiti art, DJing, selecting, and then eventually turn into MCing or rapping. And so that was about age 15, 16, you know what I mean? So back then there was a lot of battle rapping, a lot of freestyling, you know what I mean, things like that, and then cut some little demo tapes, and I ended up putting out my first album in 1999, which was a cassette tape. It's called The First Lesson. And so from that time, from the 90s all the way till now, I've been doing music, you know what I mean? Primarily within the genre of hip hop, but also within reggae and some other genres as well. So Ceylon itself is a nod to my cultural heritage, which is from the island of Sri Lanka. So when Sri Lanka was colonized by the British, they called it Ceylon. And so with the consciousness of Rastafari, it's a decolonial movement, you know what I mean? So we put the Ras in front of it, which is the head in Amharic, or the Ethiopian language. So it's decolonizing Sri Lanka, basically, is the concept of Ras Ceylon. So my name in itself is a mission statement, you know?
Yeah. Ras Ceylon. You already know. Young Shanty. Sizzla Kalonji.
Father Magneta.
Uh-huh.
I mean, really and truly, I was born and raised in California, you know what I mean? And so my experience in Sri Lanka has been somewhat limited, but I did move there and live there in 2012. And this is after the 27-year-long civil war. So I was working there doing post-Civil War reconciliation work, with the youth. And what I discovered was that a lot of people from the Sri Lankan diaspora were returning to the island post the war, and a lot of them actually cited me up as a major artist, you know what I mean? So I went out there to work for an NGO, but ended up doing all kinds of shows. They love reggae. It's an island, so reggae naturally fits within the culture, and they're getting into hip hop more and more. But the support that I got was phenomenal. We were able to do a lot of TV interviews and radio and appearances, live shows, everything, you name it. But unfortunately, eventually, one of my main songs, my biggest tune out there, is called Sri Lanka. It was a post-Civil War peace anthem, and that got banned by the government, of Sri Lanka, which caused some issues, obviously. But yeah, man, it's the people love music out there for sure.
Refuse, we make it headquarters home. International ambassador, wherever I may roam. Ethiopian throne, humanity birth zone. Word to the motherland, first chromosome.
I think there were several incidents and individuals that kind of brought me into the path of Rastafari. And a lot of that happened around the age of, again, 15, 16, living in Southern California at the time, And, we had a place where it was like an open mic cafe. And I had a lot of brethren that were there that were Rastas, And so they got older brothers too that were rappers and also reggae artists. And it kind of took me under their wing. And so learning about who His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie is, and even just seeing his image and kind of digging into his history, it really sparked my brain. At the time, I didn't really have a conception about God at all. You know what I mean? I'll consider myself at that age probably more agnostic or almost leaning towards the atheist thing, but learning about His Imperial Majesty, it really inspired me to kind of look within myself and give a spiritual path a chance, and also I was very blessed to have individuals such as Ras Michael from the Sons of Nagus, was living in South Central LA at the time and was holding Nyabingi. So I was 16 years old in a Nyabingi, in a LA, and with a bunch of brethren who were Hartical Rastaman. And so that was crucial. And also at this time, again, we're talking about 97, 98, 99, what music was coming out at the time. This was the cultural revelation of Sizzla Kalonji, of Anthony B, Capleton, you know what I mean? And so that was the soundtrack. While I was making hip hop music, all I was listening to was Sizzla, And so it's kind of crazy to fast forward all these years later, and I'm working with the same person that helped inspire me back then,
Now you know the Most High is the supreme. Love is the key, your energy must be clean, hey.
Prayerz Up is the new single and video with Sizzla Kalonji and my brother Young Shanty. And this is, it's actually the 6th video, believe it or not, from the album called To Serve the People, which I put out in 2022 with Chalice Row Records. And yeah, it's a beautiful video, shot and edited and directed by Massa Media right here in Jamaica. We shot it at Judgment Yard, which is in Augusttown, Kingston 7. And that's Sizzla's place, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful community. I've been coming to Judgment Yard since about 2010 and doing a lot of works with Dada, helping out with the Sizzla Youth Foundation, which is why I'm here on this trip as well. But Prayerz Up, yeah, man, it speaks for itself. It's really, it's a conscious tune. It brings some hip hop elements, but also some raga vibes as well. So we pray that people love it, you know what I mean? We had a great time shooting it. And it was one of the things where the song was done for some time, and we're actually having a reasoning session with Sizzla, and something he was saying, I was like, yo, Dada, that reminds me of what you said in these lyrics. And I played back the song for him, and he said, yo, we gotta shoot that video, So next thing you know, Massa pulls up, brings out the video, and we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And then we put it out on July 23rd, 2024, which was the 132nd anniversary of the birth of Emperor Haile Selassie, So the Earth Strong Day, it was a blessing to do that. And so it's getting a lot of love right now, and very happy to debut it here on Hype TV for Jamaica to see and for the whole world. For me, there really isn't much of a choice but to make positive music or have uplifting messages in the music I make. It's just, that's what comes out when I hear a beat. If I hear a rhythm, I don't try not to premeditate what I'm gonna rap about per se, but the music dictates the message, right? And so for me, that's just what comes out. But looking at it kind of objectively, I think it's very important because there's a lack of that, right? There's a lack of balance where if you look at what's going on in mainstream media, most of it tends to be very negative, whether it's dealing with really, individualism or violence or, you know what I mean? Really just the kind of the capitalist way of life, it's oftentimes very destructive for the youth. And I grew up with a lot of conscious music, and that was a thing that helped to spark my mind to better myself, you know what I mean? So if we can help or do that, kind of continue in that same tradition and legacy of creating a positive vibe through the frequency of different musical vibrations, then that's what we're here for, you know what I mean? So it's critical and crucial, for sure. Jamaica is definitely a home away from home for me because the love that I've received here is just so powerful, I've been coming to Jamaica, I don't even know how many times. This may be my 12th to 13th, something like that trip since about 2010. And usually when I'm here, I'm just hitting the road with Sizzla. We're doing all kinds of works. In fact, last night we were in, what a place name? Sligoville. We was in Sligoville for the Emancipation Fest with Sizzla that he was the headliner for. But before that, we spent all day in Scott's Hall in the Maroon Town, in St. Mary's, you know what I mean? And where Sizzla is the crown prince for the Maroons. So the music is one thing, but the work, the community work is transformative and powerful. And I have been to places and spent time in places like Bobo Hill, up a 9 Mile Bull Bay, you know what I mean? And gone through that spiritual experience as well. So yeah, Jamaica is a very special, blessed place. And for whatever reason, it's a place where I feel the most home, you know what I mean? And I always say this city in particular, Kingston, has the best food and music anywhere in the world, you know what I'm saying? So you can't go wrong in Jamaica, for real. So 2024 has been a powerful year for Ras Ceylon, fresh off this Prayerz Up video, feeling that. Definitely looking forward to the new works I got coming. I have a whole album that's just about complete. I got Anthony B is on there, so big up to Anthony B. Prayerz Up to that brethren, you know what I'm saying? And it's got a whole lot of different vibes on there. A lot of reggae rhythms, and then obviously some hip hop as well, so that people can look for that. As of yet, the album is untitled, but we'll hope to drop it before the end of the year. And yeah, man, just a whole lot of works, Yeah, I'm real easy to find on social media. You can just go RasCeylon, and I'm everywhere, whether it's Instagram. I think it's the real Ras Ceylon on TikTok because there was a fake Ras Ceylon that's still there on TikTok, But otherwise, you can just find me, there, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, Ras Ceylon, you know, and definitely just send me a message, let me know, say you saw me on Hype TV, and I'll keep the link with you, you know what I mean? I'm here for the people. We consider ourselves servants of the people, you know what I mean? So the work we do is all for the betterment of humanity in general, and so it's all about unification and oneness, so yeah, link up. Yo, peace and love, this is Ras Ceylon. Right now on Hype TV, you're about to check out my brand new video, Prayerz Up, featuring Sizzla Kalonji and Young Shanty, shot right here in Kingston, Jamaica. You know, judgment yard to the world. Boom.
Yeah, yeah. Ras Ceylon.
You already know.
Young Shanty. Sizzla Kalonji.
Father Magneto. Yup, man,
Yes,
and the
so when
chatter,
you
that's the
did,
best
keep it
lesson.
natural.
Up goes the prayers and then comes the blessing. Yup, man, and the chatter, that's the best lesson.
Represent.
Up goes the
Up,
prayers
yeah.
and then.
Judgment yard, royal guard, yes my lord, never fall, rising to the top like cream of the crop in the fields with the stock, no sheep in our flock, real lion order, solid as a stone rock that the builder refused, we make it headquarters home, international ambassador wherever I may roam, Ethiopian throne, humanity birth zone, word to the motherland, first chromosome, so natural, factual, no artificial capsules, ancient ancestry without DNA tracking you, fractal portals, travel musical wormholes, multiversal, the way my sound is immortal, miracles by the minute, infinity be normal, frequency firmaments, flows informal, no more being limited by Western constructs, back to the basics, France Nooks did instruct.
Yup, man, and the chatter, that's the best lesson. Up goes the prayers and then comes the blessing. Yup, man, and the chatter, that's the best lesson. Up goes the prayers and then. The logos, the numbers, the whole color scheme, all the shapes and the angles are creating all things. The element, the minerals, waters, the trees, the bedrocks, the animals, the birds and the bees. From the get-go, we knew about extraterrestrial beings. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, zine. Now you know the Most High is the supreme. Love is the key, your energy must be clean. Hey, know yourself, you are chosen. And this will be the start of something good, yeah. Intelligent, shine light, yeah. Mother Nature really can't fight it. Be connected to the Almighty. All you lovely people are invited. But I left out the last time I'm trying no there. And the best thing to spread love right along the way. Yup, mother no chatter, that's the best lesson. Up goes the prayers and then comes the blessing. Yup, mother no chatter, that's the best lesson. Up goes the prayers and then.
Keeping it natural, taking this international. More than just your average herb trafficker. More than 50 hemp fields growing in Africa. Time to build up the black man capital. Turn the youth to a goods manufacturer. And turn the youth to a foods manufacturer. I got a vision that will slew all the capitalists. All of our business make the people benefactors. Cause all them corporations act like Dracula. Sucking off the blood of the poor just to faction up. All the resources are now limited, so they ready to switch to artificial intelligence. The warrior them can't take no more. We don't want no GMOs, no chemical soil. Naga sell out, we nation, gold, diamond, or oil. Fight a mother nature, make the blessings a spoil.
Yup, mother no chatter, that's the best lesson. Up goes the prayers and then comes the blessing. Yup, mother no chatter, that's the best lesson. Up goes the prayers and then.